ATFers, thank you for lending me your ears. I want to let you know, by the way, I believe there are some changes coming. Changes. And I don't think they're bad. I think they're creative. I think they're resourceful. I know they're necessary. But look, shoot. Hold up. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted right here. Shoot, man. How do I want to word this? ATFers, I want you to know that look, I know I've been going back and forth like crazy. And that I've had them public, I had them unlisted, I had them public, I had them on the members tab, I had them unlisted, I had them public. And I've been going out of my beanie trying to figure out the best thing for everybody. And I was telling the AI and all the research I was doing to try to make this work, I was telling it, like, I have people that want to see these. I cannot just unlist them. When I had them unlisted, I had people say, "Hey, what the heck? Where's the streams? I missed it. I want to listen to it after the fact. I'm an ATFer." And I let the AI know that. So the AI was trying to let me know different ways that I could pull that off. One of them is something that I had already known. One of them is basically making once the streams are done and now they pretty much turn into a VOD and they're just like one long video now. What I could do is, okay, the stream ends, unlist them, right? But then what I could do is put them in a playlist. And you could find and access and freely use that playlist. So the playlist has a bunch of unlisted videos. But the thing is, when people have the links to unlisted videos, they can still watch them. They're not private. They're just unlisted. But if you have the link, yeah, it might be unlisted, but now you have that secret link. It's like when you order off the secret menu somewhere. And the AI was basically telling me that long story short, my channel is suffering from some major trust score issues because those super long videos after the fact hurt my watch time and click-through rate. And YouTube takes that into consideration when I make an actual VOD, whether or not they're going to throw me into the homepage for recommended. Because if I keep leaving these long streams public, every single time people don't click on them because they're like, what the heck? I'm not going to watch a 3-hour video. Or when they do click on it, after 2 minutes, they're like, oh, okay, this is kind of like a laid back chat, relax session. This isn't like super high paced talking about one specific topic. I'm out. So then a 3-hour long video, someone watches for 2 minutes and they leave, it destroys my metrics. And the algorithm's like, well, you're going to show his videos to anybody because nobody sticks around. So I basically have to take them out of the public rotation and leave it up to my shorter, tighter VODs to get the job done. So I just want to let you know, if you're confused or whatever, I'm gonna let it be known as often as I can. I'm gonna make a post about it and everything, just so anyone that doesn't see this knows what's going on. And the tricky thing is, I'm gonna make this unlisted, so nobody can see this if they don't know where to go and how to find the playlist. So I'm gonna get that all figured out. I believe I'm ready to go live. I believe. Hopefully, I'm not delusional. Oh no! How come that showed up? That was random. What's up, David Flores?
Whose hot dog is this?
Melancholy, Legendary Gnome, Kim North, Turd Ferguson, Jay Garcia. I can't see. I need my glasses. DB9206. Oh, there's my glasses. Huh, I was looking for them. Here we go. Let me change to live, and let me make a promise. Adam, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I'm sorry that you're not going to get paid today. I apologize, Adam. You're going home empty-handed. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Good day, sir. So, Adam, you know what I realized when I was watching that fight? It's so weird how, like, if that was a fight that was in the UFC, it would have been like, ah! But, and look, I'm not trying to, what I'm saying is it was a good fight, and I don't think other promotions get the love that they deserve. Because, like, if that was a fight in the UFC, that would have been a good fight. But it's like, unfortunately, I don't want to say no one's ever going to see that fight. That would be so stupid and ignorant to say. But, like, think about the amount of people that will ever see that fight, and think about the amount of people that will see, like, Gaethje versus Tapoera, you know? So it's kind of not fair, like, just because of the promotion. It's like, so no one's ever going to see this fight? And I found myself thinking, like, what is it? Is it Dana? Is it Dana being that Vince McMahon dude? Like, would people... And I think, you know what? I think I know the answer to this before I even ask it. Especially when you watch the documentaries and stuff. It's like, yeah, I think it was that dude. Like, would the WWF have been what it was if it wasn't for Vince McMahon? No. And then, you know what? I don't want to be disrespectful to the WCW. But I know I started watching WCW because a lot of the guys that were in WWF started going to WCW. And I was like, wait a minute. No. I ain't going to lose track of Hulk Hogan. I need to see what he's doing. And there was just a lot of back and forth. And then you get Eric Bischoff coming along, and he's like his own version of Vince McMahon. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's Dana. Maybe it's Dana just being such a polarizing dude. That's just like, it demands your attention, what he's doing, what he's saying. But I watched the fight. Honestly, I thought the dude with the long hair was going to win. Because when I saw that opening where they were facing off and talking papas to each other, the way that the dude with the paint was acting, I was like, oh, this is going to be one of them instant karma moments on the other dude's going to lay him out. And I was surprised. Now, from what I remember, I think the dude with the paint on his face was kind of kicking his butt the whole time. It didn't really seem like he was ever in any true danger. There was a couple moments where that guy with the long hair, I think there was one significant moment, both one in round 1 and one in round 2, where the guy, I don't know if he slipped or something. There was a weird camera angle. He slipped, and it looked like the guy just caught him right in the face. And then another one, I think he sat him down in the first round. But then there was a moment at the end of the second round, I think the guy with the long hair was it looked like he was kind of trying to lay and pray a little bit. And then the round was over. And then at the end, it looked like the guy with the long hair was going to do something. And he came out and he was trying to control a little bit. But then he just got caught, and that was a wrap. But it was exciting. It was exciting. It wasn't so pathetically one-sided that it wasn't able to be exciting. But yeah, I don't think I ever had a moment where I actually thought the guy with the long hair was gonna win. He looked a step behind the whole time. But I'm sorry that you're gonna walk away from here empty-handed today, Adam. I apologize for that. What's up, ARJR? Dustin Nets talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Daryl Miguel, Angel Padilla must have said something offensive and he took his message back. Mystical Ninja, what's up, dude? South Africa, it's all about Chango. You a Chango fan? I keep tallying all those posts on my YouTube feed. Like, don't show me this. I'm not interested. I'm getting sick of seeing that dude's pata on someone's mouth. It's reminding me of that one scene with Salma Hayek and Quentin Tarantino. I feel like I'm going to throw up in my mouth. I actually did throw up in my mouth the other day. I'm pretty sure I have the acid reflections. My mom has that. I was doing something and my meal literally, I had like an appetizer, like a post-meal appetizer that came back. And then I had it again for free. Rickson Jr.? Rickson Jr.? What's up, low set? David Flores, you know, we're here. We're here, David. I appreciate you, man. You know what I've learned about life? You know what I've learned about life throughout my life? Is it could always, no matter what you think, it could always get worse. And I find some joy in that. Wherever I am, it could be so much worse. But thank you, dude. It was a fight that he sent to me, dude. Wasn't one of the dudes' names like Godard or something? I can't remember their names. If you want to see it, Ray B, it's on. You have to be on the phone. They don't allow it on desktop for whatever reason. If you're on a phone and you go to my YouTube homepage, there's something that says like community posts or something. It's like an area where you guys could actually make posts on there. And you got to go in order, like click, maybe categorize it by new to oldest, and then scroll down a little bit, and you'll see his Spider-Man face right there. He posted a link about a EFC fight from South Africa. Hamza Mir, do you think Ian could actually win it? Look, here's the thing that people have to consider. And I'm not going to even get into like a size and height and length and blah, 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 because I don't care about none of that. If you're a good fighter, you could overcome that. But here's what has to be considered when you think about Makhachev versus Ian Gary. Remember, Makhachev versus Volkanovski won. Think about that fight, part one. The one that Volkanovski actually won. That he would have easily won. We've talked about this before. Think about all the fights that we watch and how there's, what we consider a late stoppage, an early stoppage, and how it's so delicate. The situations are so delicate. Like, we're fully aware that sometimes we'll watch a fight and I'll be like, dang, if that ref was in this fight, like if Herb Dean was in this fight, if Martin Cisgara was, if Jason Herzog was in this fight, like the situations are so delicate. All it takes, and think about so many different fights off the top of your beanie. Like, what if it was a different ref? Like, how it would have been different. It's the same thing with judges. Some judges are not going to favor Makhachev just because he was the champ and because he was laying and praying and had so much control time, even though Volkanovski had way more significant strikes and looked like he did more damage and whatever. We don't need to worry about ourselves with that right now. But anyway, what I'm thinking is when you're thinking about the Ian Gary matchup, Ian Gary against Makhachev, remember the Volkanovski fight and how Volkanovski kind of actually won that fight. And think about Ian Gary's style and how he's going to stick and move, and he's more than happy to keep it boring. Think about how Volkanovski sticks and moves in a more exciting way. No disrespect to the homie. I'm a Volkamaniac. You know this. But if Volkanovski was able to do what he did, think about Ian Gary. And, again, I don't like to emphasize that, but think about Ian Gary doing it with a longer reach, with longer arms, and with no shame. Ian Gary has the least shame. Ian Gary has less shame than Adesanya. So think about that. Think about the fact that Makhachev has been caught, has been knocked out. Anything is possible. You got to consider the fact that Ian Gary might, once Makhachev wraps around him, I don't know how eager Ian Gary is going to be to get out of it. He might get lost. He might get lost for a moment and just dwell in it for a little bit before he realizes where he's at and the time's running. Frog Finder, I appreciate you. Thank you, man. Marloca, Chile Verde Hearts. The irony is major heartburn. Chile Verde Hearts. Thank you so much. You know what? I don't think so. I mean, obviously, I feel like most people think that Makhachev is going to win. I think it's safe to say that most people think that Makhachev is going to win. But I do not think this would even be close to what people would regard as the biggest UFC upset ever. I know a lot of people don't like Ian Gary. It's kind of shocking to me because MMA fans could be very, very disturbingly loyal. So I've seen a lot of comments recently about people saying, because of the whole recent Ian Gary stuff, which is very surprising to me because nothing that he said surprised me. The way that people are reacting to that that recent podcast where Ian Gary was saying that stuff and they're acting so shocked, it's like, you know who Ian Gary is, right? Like, for me, it's like, okay, this is something fresh that we're talking about because it just happened. But I wasn't surprised. I was about as surprised as McGregor when his leg broke. And he was just very matter of fact, like, yep, that happened. That's how I felt about it. So, but I've been seeing people in the comments like, oh, after this, I can't believe I'm actually rooting for the chin strap. Oh, after this, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm actually going to root for a dude that lays and prays. Oh, I can't believe it. Well, anyway, let's go, Makhachev. Oh, after this, oh man, Ian Gary, I thought he was going to be my dude. But after this, man, I'm actually going to have to go for a Muslim dude. I've been seeing that non-stop. So when you think about it, it's like, wow, short of that interview, there was a ton of people that seemed that they were on his side, rooting for him, had belief in him. So I don't think it would be the biggest. I just think people really don't like Ian Gary. But I don't think it would be definitely not categorized as one of the biggest UFC upsets ever. Oh, dang. Drickus has shares in the EFC. Oh, dang. He might be the Vince McMahon one day. Ooh. Oh, shoot. What would be your nickname in the MMA wrestling world? Shoot. I don't know, dude. The Brown Ranger. The Brown Ranger. That's it. Heck yeah. The Brown Ranger. Martial artist may be fake. Told me that's a bad move. Just side kicking someone's upper knee, trying to break it. And then when they react, you just finger jab, claw, Bruce Lee. What? Yeah, that's like what I called them Aaron Guillen. That's what Ian Gary. Wow. That's what Ian Gary was trying to do to Shabbat Shalom Rachmanov. We're talking about an EFC fight, some South African promotion, Darren. Thoughts about Power Slap, RAF. I have to claim casual on that. I talk about it all the time. I'm already spread so thin, even trying to keep up with, because I don't really talk. I have to admit, I don't sit there and just break down, not lately, like fights. I tend to talk about like the MMA daily news, which never stops moving. Someone's always up to something, And geez, I got brain fog. Someone's always up to something. So it's so hard to even keep up with the UFC news that it's like there never seems to be a break in the action to be like, let me see who's slapping someone today. But I'm not one of those people that's gonna like protest a crazy promotion and say, oh, they're gonna get CTE. Dude, people get CTE in football. Nobody cares. They're not stopping it. You're going to get CTE from boxing, from MMA. Nobody cares. Now, of course, this might be a special kind of a catalyst. But I remember before Power Slap was a thing, I was making... some of you might remember this. Before Power Slap, before that Dana White Power Slap ever existed, I made a video that was like breaking down all these crazy different styles of, whatever you want to call them, MMA, fighting, mixed martial arts, just different forms of combat that I had seen like from different places in the world. One of them was these dudes it was what they now call Power Slap. It was just these crazy Russian dudes standing across from each other, slapping each other. One of them was they're kind of like an arm wrestling position, and they tape their hands together, and they take turns punching each other, or they do it at the same time with the other hand. One of them is they literally stand and fight in a phone booth. Another one was, I don't even remember. But it was just a bunch of crazy different kinds of combat. And I was like, this is crazy. I love this. Woo! Like, I like the freak show. You know that. And then they brought it, dude, it's so pathetic now. Like when I just ran into it and I felt like, oh man, am I in the dark web? What happened? When I just ran into it and it was some Russian dudes, I thought it was exciting and it was crazy. And now it's watered down like the UFC. Now they just look like drones. They got the same clothes on. They got the same generic sponsor. They got their cute little shoes on. You see Jason Herzog in the back. He's like, what is happening? Trying to sell you Bitcoin. They find ways to ruin everything. But I don't make the time to watch them. I like that they exist. I like that RAF exists. I mean, I guess I look at Power Slap and RAF as completely different things. Power Slap, I don't care. If it went away tomorrow, I wouldn't care. I could take it or leave it. I'm not gonna go and protest it, RAF, I'm glad it exists. It's nice to see dudes that are not active in the UFC anymore find a way to still be in the ecosystem. I love that. I know when they're around, we take them for granted and we clown on them and we say mean things and all that, but it's kind of a bummer to see him go. So it's nice to see Cejudo out there wrestling, Covington, Ferguson, Sarukian, the most retired dude that's not even retired. I was listening to some of the Sean Strickland interview. I don't know if you guys saw it. Sean Strickland. So there's a dude. There's a industry plant. His name is Sean Ryan. The industry's trying to make him like the new Joe Rogan. They're trying to phase out Joe Rogan. And they have this guy in there. I'm half joking because I actually listen to as much Sean Ryan as possible. But Sean Strickland did an interview with him. And I'm not going to be able to go through the whole thing here. That's going to be impossible. But I'm just out of curiosity. I'm skimming a little bit. Oh, dang it. I was going to say, I'm I think that the interview that Sean Strickland did on the Sean Ryan show, I was gonna say I think it might be the longest one that Sean Ryan has ever done. And I was like, of course, it's gonna be Sean Strickland. Just like, of course it has to be him. But I guess this dude does some long streams, man. Because he did an interview with him yesterday, and it's 4 hours and 5 minutes. 4 hours and 5. That's going to be so many talking points. So many things that Sean Strickland's going to have to go, boop, boop, boop. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean it. I don't know what I was saying that for. It's 4 hours and 5 minutes. I went through some of the videos right now. Apparently, he did one with Candace Owens that was 4 hours and 44 minutes. And then he did some other ones, 4.5 hours. I guess that's not the most atypical thing, apparently. But 4 hours. 4 hours. Right now, I'm about 46 minutes deep. I wanted to try to listen to it and then, make a video about it, kind of respond to it. But I don't know. How much more can I say about Sean Strickland? I'm getting sick of it. But he, why the heck did I bring that up? Oh, he was talking about, because I mentioned Colby Covington. He was talking about Sean Shelby. And he was talking about how he's like the way he made it sound was like, and I don't know if you guys already knew this. I didn't know this. He made it sound like there's different matchmakers for different weight divisions, which I'd never heard of, but that's how he made it sound. Like if there was a manager, I believe that's what he referred to him as, manager. Like if there was a manager per weight division. And he was talking about how Sean Shelby is the worst to work with. And he's like, he's my guy now. We're buds, we're cool, but he's the worst. Like, you never want to work with him. He's brutal. He's vicious. If you don't take every single fight he throws at you, he will bench you. And I thought that was funny vernacular. He kept saying it. But, I mean, how else are you going to say it? But he kept saying, like, that fighters will get benched. Basically, if they don't do if they call you and they say, we need you on 5 days notice, and you're like, what? I can't do that. Benched. You're not in their good graces. And then Sean Shelby's like the worst with that. If you don't take any single fight he wants you to, when he wants you to, you're done. You're done. And then if you want something, that's not going to happen. That's not the way it works. And it's like, dang, maybe, I think Colby Covington was telling the truth. Because he was coming out talking about that and how, he was getting done wrong by the UFC and lots of mistreatment and getting freezed out. I know a lot of people, it's crazy to me because people hate Colby Covington. They hate him. And he was only acting like a super crazy, ridiculous, exaggerated version of himself. Because a lot of the stuff that he was saying in character, it's stuff he really believes. Maybe not all of it, but he was doing like a super exaggerated version of himself because he had to keep his job. But people hate him. And nobody believed him. They didn't care. You're a crybaby, blah, blah, blah. You don't want to fight anybody, blah, blah, blah. But Strickland also gets in and says crazy stuff, and people love him. And he's just crazy. But Colby only did it so he wouldn't get cut, and he's actually a nice guy. It's crazy. People don't like nice dudes. Anyway. It makes me so sad that Hulk Hogan, dude, man. Like I don't even know how to express it without getting like corny or anything or sounding like I'm trying to be funny. I don't, nobody's perfect. And I know some people's imperfections seem a lot worse than others. But I really, really do have like a childlike, like just love for Hulk Hogan. Like he was such a gigantic part of my childhood. Like man, that depressed me, man. I love that guy. It makes me so sad that he didn't get to see that. Yeah, it seems like they're messing with you, Jared. They don't even care, dude. They're trying to rub it in your beanie even more. Thoughts on Kobe beating Armin? You know what? I tend to be a Sarukian fan. Sometimes he does stuff that's, I think, kind of obnoxious. But if you ask me, are you a fan or are you not a fan? I'd have to say I'm a fan. But I think maybe he needed this. I think he was getting a little bit cocky. And I would like to see Sarukian win. I'd like to see him be winning in the UFC. And if you don't have moments like that to make you recalibrate and get better, then you're not going to. And I think maybe he started to like the smell of his pedos a little too much. And I think maybe it was a blessing in disguise. I think he needed to stay humble. Yeah, Kaimon, is beautiful to see you, bro. Perspective is the father of happiness, Jefe. It could always be worse. Yeah, man, perspective is such a... it could really save you, man. I kind of touched on that recently where there were a couple little things that came into my life, into my circumstances, where they were like what you might call like a scare. And, you know, when things like that happen, it makes you realize, man, before I got this phone call or before this, I heard about this before, I didn't realize how good my life was. I was over here feeling sorry for myself. And then now this is on the precipice of what, and like, if this happens, if this is true, if what I'm worried about happens, I didn't realize how happy and how good my life was before this phone call. You know, whatever the thing is. It's kind of like, I mean, this will even happen to me sometimes. I'll wake up like super sick. You know, whenever I'm sick. Just feeling terrible. Just like immobile. Just incapacitated. And I'm like, dude, I didn't realize how good my life was yesterday. Just not being sick. So yeah, that could really, really do a lot for you, man. Mystical Ninja. They should send Makachev to RAF, huh? Adam! All good. Glad you enjoyed it. Faiz is like the face of the brand for EFC. He's kind of a tokenized. He's kind of tokenized for his race over here, but he's a cool dude. He has to be the one. Okay, he's got to be the one with the face paint, right? Is he from Jamaica? Do I have the color right? I'm trying to remember the color of the face paint. Oh, that's nasty, dude. John Pork put piggies in homeboy's mouth. Oh, that's nasty, dude. You do look like Hickson Gracie. I was watching probably the other day and I tripped out when I see him. I recognize him and I thought of you. What the heck? I don't even... Am I thinking of the right Gracie? Wait, Hickson. Oh, you're talking about Rickson? You're talking about the old school... That's like the old school dude, right? That's like the hardcore Gracie. That's like the OG Gracie. Dang. I'll take that, bro. Look, I'll try to look like Rickson. Hold up. He always has a little bit of like he wants to let you know he means business. I don't know. I think when I try to do it, I take it away a little bit. I don't know. I'll just be natural. What's up, Chris Vaughn? This Google Fudge. What's up, man? I hope you're out there slanging and banging, living that life, catching that vitamin D. I need to get out in the sun, man. I've been stuck in these walls. I've been stuck between these walls. Disco Golf Hutch. Dear God, bless GM and destroy Ian Gary. Thank you. I appreciate that, Disco Golf Hutch. And I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best to make sure I'm in a place where I am receptive to good things. And, you know, positioning myself to be something other than just living for myself, you know. So I'm trying to be open to that. And yes, destroy Ian Gary. Angel Padilla! Wish me luck. Job interview tomorrow. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah. Feeling so good today. Ain't nobody standing in his way. Heck yeah, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I apologize for falling so far behind. Maruka says, good luck, Angel. Good luck, Angel. Heck yeah. Angel just gonna walk in there and be like, before you start, I have one question. When do I start? They're gonna be like, I like that. I like you taking the initiative. Please don't do that, Angel. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. What the? Oh shoot. Been waiting. Guys, I'm always trying to find that balance, I promise. I'm always trying to find the balance where I'm, you know, going back and forth with the chat and not missing so much chat, but where I'm also, you know, providing something, talking about something, you know. I look for something to talk about. It is my mystery to figure out. AR2! So, curtain jerkers are what they call the wrestlers in the first matches of a card. Sort of like the prelims in the UFC, the Stream Wars. Early curtain. Wait a minute. I think you're refreshing my memory, ARJR. Did you talk about curtain jerkers in the... That's right, you talked about it yesterday, didn't you? And I thought that was some kind of a slur. I was like, what the heck is that? What does that mean? I should have known that. That's pretty funny, actually, curtain jerkers. It's so offensive. That's so messed up to these wrestlers. A promise never broken. Saw a poll asking which fighter's career suffered the most because they waited too long to retire. BJ Penn, Anderson Silva, or Chuck Liddell. Couldn't answer, but thinking about it made me sad. Thoughts? Well, dude. Is it BJ Penn by default? Just because of like what's happening? Now listen. I'm torn on the BJ Penn thing. Because there's a world in which I'm like, oh, do we think they're not cloning people? Do we think they're not replacing people right under our beanies? You guys just gonna write him off like that, huh? Even though he's going through division after division, we forget everything the Prodigy did for us? We're just gonna doubt him because it's not the cool thing to do to listen to him because we don't want to get called conspiracy theorists. But if we're gonna go with the mainstream narrative, I think we have to pick BJ Penn, right? Because if we're talking about whose career suffered, that all gets intertwined together. Their career, their legacy, the way people think about them and perceive them and remember them. It's got to be BJ Penn. Because if we are to believe that he won a little Looney Tunes, then that's probably directed to him getting socked in the dome a few more times than he should have, right? I mean, Anderson Silva, I feel like people still, when people talk about, I think here's what it all rests on. A promise never broken. When people talk about Anderson Silva or Chuck Liddell, they still, I mean, at least the general consensus. I know there's jokes here and there about everybody. Nobody's safe. But in general, when people talk about Anderson Silva or Chuck Liddell today, it's with a sort of reverence. They're still like, man, they're the dude. Oh, I want a picture. These guys are legends. BJ Penn is always like, oh, poor dude. That dude's crazy. Oh, what'd he do now? You know? Yeah. Which office is mine? Dude, Angel, you should walk in with some frames. Like, all right, where do I hang these? Dang it. He's South African, specifically Cape colored. Colored is its own race. Wait, are you talking about his skin? Cape colored? Is that a color? Is saying Cape like saying magenta? I've never heard of that as a color. Cape Verde? Cape Cod? I'm a little, okay. I guess it doesn't matter so much. Cape color is its own race, South Africa, not pejorative. It comes from, okay. I like the proactive nature of being like, it's not a pejorative. Cape color, the Cape Malay is its own thing. He's Cape color. Okay. I just thought he was black. Is that like a nice way of referring to a black dude to say he's Cape colored? Can you say that about any black dude? Shoot, man. James Bishop, I skimmed through that earlier, and that really, really annoyed me. And I'm all good with people critiquing me. I say this all the time. If someone has something dumb to say about me, that's part of it. I put myself out there. I gotta accept it. But I'm never okay with people disrespecting the homies in the chat. And I was tempted to take away his ability to do that. But you know what? Then I saw the person that he was coming after being a better person than me in that moment. Because I don't know if you saw it, James. He actually said that same thing directly to that person. And the person just laughed like, ha, ha, ha. And I was like, wow. Wow. He handled that extremely well. So then I was like, maybe I should just leave it alone. But, yeah. All I've ever seen that dude do is say stupid stuff. And I don't know if it's just my memory, but that's all. And you won't see him do it around here anymore. But that's all I ever So I guess he has one more chance over there. But I got exhausted with that dude. All I ever heard him do was say negative stuff. Carne asada. Try to make it try to monetize it. That's what Moss does from the MMA holes. He'll do that like on the second channel, but I don't want to. To me, I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like those chicks on the TikTok on the background. What are you doing? Stop it! Stop it! That's what I'm doing. I've always been an MMA casual, but being a sentimental girly, I get way too invested in their stories, like the story of Yoel Romero. Do you remember him? Oh, dude, El Mero Mero? That was like one of my favorite fighters of all time, El Mero Mero. He's a legend in this community. But you know what? Now I feel like a casual. Because I'm thinking, what am I not remembering from his story? I guess maybe I didn't really ever follow like his life story too closely. Yeah, but he was like my favorite fighter for the longest time. And I do too, and that's kind of the direction this channel has happened to go in, where I'm not doing like these super technical breakdowns, but I'm kind of talking about the stories, kind of what's happening, kind of what's going on in the news. That's kind of what's taking place lately. So yeah, I've been getting a little bit more into that lately too. Beta. Farina. It's gonna be bad, my cape-colored individual. Imagine if he had said that, and then everyone would have been like, "What a gentleman! What a gentleman!" Let's get him on. Let's give him a Coors Light too. Let's give him a Coors Light sponsorship. We don't even care if it's a conflict of interest. Let's make him sell all the beer. Would you ever do a podcast with Joe Rogan? I refer to that as delusions of grandeur. I don't know, honestly. And I know I just lost the respect of everyone in here if I even had it. Because you're thinking, you a liar. What are you talking about? Who the heck wouldn't do that? I don't know. I don't know if I would have anything to say. Honestly, sometimes when I think about... Because why would he have me on there? Because I talk about Ian Gary and his wife's husband? I don't see any reason why I would be on there. And if I was, what the heck would I talk about? How I just talk goofy stories about MMA fighters? I feel like it would just... I feel like I would start talking about what I do, and then in the process be like, I hate myself. What am I doing with my life? And it would turn into a therapy session. And I'd be like, I'm sorry for wasting your time. Can you get like Brendan Schaub here at a moment's notice to replace the episode? I don't know. I need to go apply for a job. I don't know what I'm doing. He'd be like, so, remember that one time you made a video about, you know, where you just talk about a fighter and make jokes? I'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah, I remember once upon a time I thought that would be cool. Maybe when my head was in a different place. When I was doing like the breakdown videos and doing like massive edits, and I was like super proud of the product. I felt like I remember when I made that video about all Joe Rogan's fights on camera. The video that has like I think it has like 1,000,000 something views. Oh shoot, it has 2.3 million views. I remember when I made that video, I believe I sent it. I tried to DM it to Joe Rogan and Young Jamie. I was like, hey, just trying to have some fun with it, whatever. But it's like, I don't know what I expected. I just thought maybe, because there's a lot of people. There's a lot of like, Joe Rogan, even like Tony Hinchcliffe. There's people like there's famous people, there's comedians, there's actors, whatever, that love Theo Vaughn, that love MMA. That sometimes I think, I bet they'd like some of my content. I don't ever have to do anything with them. I don't need to ask for them for anything, but I don't see why they wouldn't like it. They're MMA fans. They like comedy. I think they'd at least enjoy. And bro, I'd feel honored. Like I get a kick out of them chuckling at something I did. That'd be cool. But yeah, I don't know what the heck I would say. Joe Rogan, can you give me a job? I could Google faster than Jamie. Jeez. I apologize. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. Where do you rank Touch Butt in the part Connor? I think Karate Stance Connor is top tier fight IQ, second to DJ Mighty Mouse. I think the Touch Butt era is where he started to get a little funky. I think he was touching too many butts. I think that was the beginning of the end. I think, you know what? It's karate is so disrespected in the MMA UFC community for some reason, and it's wild to me. It's insane. Karate is such a formidable base. Doesn't mean that's all you have to do, but it's such a formidable base. Now, don't be a karate dude that doesn't know any takedown defense or doesn't know how to do anything once you're on the ground if you end up there. But I do not understand why somebody would abandon something that works so effectively for them, why you would throw that solid foundation away. But there's so many things to consider, man. Like, when Conor was doing his thing through the featherweight division, it's like, it could be fun to watch. But I mean, he wasn't fighting top 5 guys, was even fighting top 10 guys most of the time. So it's kind of, then it becomes hard to gauge. Like, okay, we got to consider who he was fighting. Maybe the karate stands look good, but how would it have done against other people? Maybe that's why he had to start touching butts. And I don't know if it was more of him touching butts or people touching his butt. I don't know what. One of them got to him more than the other. Typically, what's going to mess you up is when people are touching your butt. I think, from my life experience, you could touch quite a few butts and be okay. But when people start touching your butt, things go off the rails. That's just from my life experience. But yeah, I don't know if anything's going to touch Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is another. He gets so disrespected just because of his size. Um, I've seen, yeah, I have to be honest. Once he left the UFC, and maybe it just made me like a fair weather fan. Once he left the UFC, I didn't really keep track. I didn't really, but I know Yoel definitely did some things after. I think he did a little bit of boxing. Did he do dirty boxing and bare knuckle, or just dirty boxing? I think he did did he do a wrestling match or grappling once or twice? I don't know. I think he did like an MMA fight. He's kind of been all over. He's kind of been like Armin Sarukian. ARJR! ARJR didn't even donate right now. I just wanted it to be known that that's how I get down in this community. I got the ARJR Tourette's. ARJR! Grandmaster, you remind me of yourself when you were younger. That makes me feel good. I would like to travel back in time. Thank you, bro. I don't... if Elephant Graveyard is what I think it is... Honestly, when I watch channels like Elephant Graveyard, it makes me hate myself. Because I think, ugh, am I like Elephant Graveyard? Because it seems like it just seems like a hater that just talks papas about people. Elephant Graveyard makes me want to just say the nicest things about every fighter ever. Elephant Graveyard makes me want to be like, man, you know what? I know everyone's making fun of Ian Gary, but you know what? I want to talk about his redeemable qualities today. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. Yeah, Joe Rogan destroyed this and that. Dystopian, okay, he hates Joe Rogan again on another thumbnail. Making fun of Brendan Schaub's producer. Making fun of David Lucas. Making fun of Joe Rogan again. Talking about Jerry Seinfeld. Making fun of Brendan Schaub. Steven Crowder. Making fun of Brendan Schaub, making fun of Joe Rogan again, making fun of Brendan Schaub, making fun of Joe Rogan again, making fun of Joe Rogan again, making fun of Brian Callen, making fun of Brendan Schaub, making fun of Joey Diaz. I don't know, dude. Hey, if it works, dude. If he's getting views and making money, why the heck is he gonna stop? ARJR! Big shout out to the main eventers for having my back against that curtain jerker during that sneak attack you guys and gals rock. I will not put up with it much longer. The only reason I did, bro, I was hovering. I was ready to obliterate him. And the only reason that I didn't was because I was like, okay, this dude can handle himself. And he did it in the most graceful, mature way possible. Unbelievable. It was so impressive. He definitely does seem different. I have to admit that. Oh, that's crazy. I guess it's kind of like how a lot of people think that Anderson Silva's black. Wait, is he black? How does that work? Because you could be a black guy, but you're Brazilian, right? Because you know how, like, you could be from Africa and you're a black guy. You could be from Jamaica, you're a black guy. You could be from England and you're a black guy. Like, there's black dudes. Like, is Anderson Silva a black dude? I don't know how that works. Like, I don't know how many generations before. Like, maybe he had, somewhere in his ancestry, like his family was black and they moved to Brazil, and now he just grows up speaking Brazilian. But is he black? I don't know how to. Darren Miguel! Yo, thanks for not getting political. But after listening to the hit show, The Moss and Jesse Show, you mentioned CO. You keep up with the CK story? CO. Oh! I would be lying if I said I'm keeping up with it. Here's where I am with stuff like that, Darren. And I think we could all agree with this. I really do. I'd be very confused if every single soul in here can't agree with this. I'm so convinced at every turn, at every moment, that people in power are completely disrespecting and lying to us, that it's highly likely, it's most likely that we are never, ever going to know the truth, that I just kind of go, it's not worth my energy. I'm just going to focus on my little bubble and what I can control and how I can make the people around me happy and be blessed. I can't even give it the energy, because you can dig and dig and dig and dig and dig and find things and uncover this and be like, what about that? And look at this and zoom in on that. And did you see that? And it's like, at the end of all of it, how long have we been debating different things since the beginning of time? And I'm talking about highly educated people. Sometimes I'll watch videos, debates on YouTube, and you'll be seeing two dudes like in their 70s. They've dedicated their lives to a certain topic. And they got degrees on degrees, and they got books, and they've done seminars, and they write books, and it's the same topic. And somehow they're still strongly on their own side. And all the years, all the research, all the reps, everything they've done, they're still on the opposite sides. And it's like, no matter what they've done, they still haven't discovered a way to be on the same. There's no truth in between. They're still debating. And sometimes stuff like that just shows me there's gonna be things in life that's never gonna end. And I just had to check out and be like, you know what? It definitely seems off to me. It definitely seems suspicious. It definitely seems like they're lying. I kind of think that guy didn't have anything to do with it. It doesn't add up. But am I going to think about this for the next 5 years, or am I just going to move on? So I don't keep up with it, but I definitely don't believe the mainstream narrative. That's for sure. I've gone as far as believing that oh gosh. I've gone as far as believing he might not be dead. I don't know if that's my current position, because I went back and forth from that and just the people closest to him doing it, and not some crazy, idealistic, radicalized, blah, 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 blah. It was the people around him. I went back and forth, but I'm kind of checked out lately. I have to. I'm so sorry for being so far behind. I did not think this was going to happen today. Untame. Wait. Oh, dude, I hate when this happens. Untame di soldier. It's Untamed Soldier. I always try to sound out the names. Untame de soldier. Untamed Soldier was just blessed by ARJR. Untamed Soldier, I hope that you understand that there is a wealth of materials waiting for you behind the membership tab. Also, this might be a good time to let you guys know. I am super fickle. I flip-flop more than my chanclas. You already know this. I have made my streams private. I've made them public. I've made them unlisted. I made them public again. I put them on the members only tab. I made them unlisted. I made them public again. Yes. I've been all over the place. I made them unlisted because of a lot of research that I did that told me you should unlist them. They're killing your watch time and your click-through rate. It is so bad for your algorithm. Because what happens basically is the moment a live stream is over, it becomes a VOD. The moment a live stream ends, it switches over and now it's a playback video. Now it's a VOD, a video on demand. So what happens is when this stream is over, like right now, well, I'm going to be going for a while, but when this stream ends, it's automatically going to turn into a video on demand. It's going to be just like one of my 10-minute uploads as far as the algorithm is confirmed. So what happens is YouTube recommends both my short, tight 8, 9, 10-minute videos along with a 4-hour stream. And it could either be one of my 9-minute videos on the YouTube recommended page or a 4-hour stream. And every single time a super long stream shows up and someone's like, what the heck? I'm not going to watch 4 hours. And they just move on. The algorithm's like, okay, noted. Nobody wants to watch this. And then if they happen to click on it, they're like, what the heck? This isn't even like highly concentrated, high impact, constant MMA talk. They're talking about random stuff that doesn't have to do with it. It's just like a chill session. I'm out. They watch for 2 minutes of a 4-hour stream. So now my average watch time on a 4-hour video is like 90 seconds. So YouTube's like, all right, noted. So YouTube is seeing people constantly not want to click on 4-hour long videos or click off immediately. And YouTube, my trust score, as they call it, lowers with them. And they're like, we don't want to recommend these videos anymore because people aren't going to click on them or they're going to leave right away. This is not a trustworthy channel. Now, if people were just being recommended my 10-minute videos, they're likely to stick around longer. They're more concentrated. They're focused on the topic. So what I told the AI was, I've had people that I need to figure something out because I've had people tell me, hey, what the heck, where'd the videos go? I'm an ATFer. I couldn't watch it in real time, but I still want to see it. And I said, I don't want to disrespect those people. What am I supposed to do? And it was trying to give me a bunch of workarounds and ways to balance it out. And at the end of it all, I said, just tell me the truth. Is it going to be better for the algorithm if they were not public? And it said, yes. It says, I'm trying to give you ways to work with it for those people. But yes, it's bad. So what I think I'm going to do now, and this is, if you care about the channel, this is to help my CTR, my click-through rate, and my average watch time. And when those things get better, the channel does better, gets more views, more sustainable. I could pay my bills, that kind of thing. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make all the live streams from now on unlisted, but you will be able to watch every single one of them because I'm going to put them on a public playlist. So it's basically a little cheat code. I'm not going to be a dirty vato and try to put them on the members tab and try to, oh, I'm sorry, guys, you got to become a member. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put them on a playlist because it may be unlisted, but it's not private. It's basically like ordering off a secret menu. I'm going to make a public playlist and it's going to have all the unlisted streams and you can watch all of them. So that is a hack, a good in between that hopefully works for you guys. It's the same thing. Yeah. I think that's going to help. I hope it helps. It has to help. ARJR. are family. Thank you for blessing Untamed Soldier, by the way, again. 'Cause I got all my homies with me. Thank you, Max Bluestein. But I think about that sometimes, man. Sometimes I think about the first dude that ever milked a cow. And again, I don't want to rehash the whole thing all over again. But when you think about the first dude that ever milked the cow, you do have to wonder, did he get to the cow first or the bull? You do have to wonder. And did the bull know? Was the bull trying to trick him? Was the bull trying to trick the farmer? It might have been a prank. I remember when I was a little kid, my tío Beto had a farm. And he was trying to mess with one of my cousins, with one of my primos, because he was a brat. One of my primos was a brat, dude. And my tío Beto painted a bunch of black spots on one of the bulls so that my primo could think that it was a cow. And he sent him out to get some milk. But then my tia got really, really, really mad at him. And then my tío Beto had to register as an offender after that. And then he had to sell the farm. But he deserved it. My primo deserved it. Eric L70C. We are family. I got Eric with me. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being part of the family. Thank you for getting your green card. Self-inflicted. Every time there's a self-inflicted, a member gets his green card. Thank you, bro. Lots of good stuff back there for you, dude. Lots of goodies back there. I appreciate you, Eric. Oh, he joined Bellator. Dang. I didn't, Jake the Snake. I didn't. It's been getting hard to watch it lately because of that Nick dude. And I don't know if he's on there today. I didn't even open it up today. I didn't have any time for leisure today. I got up and I had a slow morning. And then long story short, I was cruising around a little bit, trying to take a peek at some rental homes. I need to find a new rental. It was a busy morning. I think so, Angel. I think so. I might need to I think so, man. I think it has to be. I might need to have I might need to chug a few 5-hour energies and just like I just don't want to be a bummer, you know? I don't want to be a downer. I don't want to be a negative Nacho. Shoot. I cannot believe how far behind I am. This is oh my gosh. I didn't realize I was that far behind. Oh my gosh, I got a speed run. Okay. This is not okay. Fear and Smokey! Dude, I was just thinking about you, dude. beautiful to see you here, man. It's beautiful to see you here. We have, what, 2 self-inflicteds today? Beautiful to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Been all right, man. Trying to stay above water myself. My dad might get to come to Arizona soon. So also trying to prep for that so I could have him stay with me and stuff. That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. You sound like such a good son, man. It's kind of disturbing how many people are like, figure this out and send them away and put them there and stick them in that place. And you're just like, just filled with love for him, man. Just been inspiring to see over the weeks. That's beautiful, man. A promise never broken. Wait, I have a little crown? When do I get a personalized song like Marloca? By the way, my username used to be Topota. Tapoti Madri. But I had to change it because you wouldn't dare say it out loud. Remember me? I think I just did remember you as I was saying it out loud. Yeah. And I think I did the same thing I used to, right? It's very you know what? I don't even know what to say about that. I had to change it because you wouldn't dare say it out loud. The fact that you changed it, that's like, wow. Like you didn't, I mean, you know that. You didn't have to do that, but that's, I don't know what to say. That's very kind of you, very considerate. I appreciate that. That says a lot. And just for that, I'm going to say your old name. I'm just kidding. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me know that that's who you are. I'm gonna have to think about it. Promise never broken. I'm gonna have to find the melody, you know. I'm gonna have to find the melody. Let me screenshot this. I don't want to forget about this. Thank you for letting me know that. That's crazy. People change their names here every once in a while, but this is a first for this reason. What's up, Energetic Drafts? Yep, I agree. It's yeah, it's all temporal. It's all a distraction, no matter how important it might seem. It's happened before, it'll happen again. Shoot, man, I'm disturbingly far back. Angel Padilla, movie night tonight, GM. Oh, dang, I'm that far back. I think we should. I think we should. There was a part of me, just because of some stuff last night and this morning, I just didn't feel like I was in the right place. And like I said, I don't want to be a negative Nacho. And I thought maybe we should double up next week. But then I thought, you know what? No. Especially there's some people that just came in, and I don't want to start off that way. And when I think about it, it always feels so good that being there in the moment, you know, like maybe that's what I need right now. I'm like 99.9% sure that we're not gonna call any audibles, and that we are keeping it on tonight. ARJR, gotta get the likes up, Dojo fam. We gotta meet the goal. Let's show the curtain jerkers how it's done. Curtain jerkers. I love that, man. This live video work around is a really cool solution for the real fans, people that can't afford subscriptions. Great work. Yeah, man. Dude, it's an honor to me. It's a blessing to me. Dude, when I made the streams unlisted, I was like trying to figure out ways to strengthen the health of the channel. I was just thinking about that, thinking like, nobody's gonna watch these. They've already seen them live. The people that wanted to be there were there, whatever. And then when I actually saw people like, dude, I was trying to listen, where are they? I was like, what? Really? Wow, like it was a compliment. And the fact that anyone even wants to listen to them, it's like, dude, I'm honored. You know, I don't need to try to make any unnecessary hoops for them. So thank you, man. And I know that I know things aren't the best and the easiest, man. So you going out of your way like that, fearing smoking and actually being a member, means a lot, dude. Marloca! Chile Verde hearts. You know what's gonna happen? And I know I don't eat Mexican food a lot, but I do like Chile Verde. You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna accidentally, the next time I'm in a situation where I have the ability to order Chile Verde, I'm accidentally gonna say Chile Verde hearts. And they're gonna go, excuse me? I'm gonna go, Chile Verde hearts. And they're gonna say, ¿cómo se dice? No, no tengo. ¿Quieres barbacoa? No. Dude, I think it was ARJR that said that about the Nissan Kicks. But what ARJR didn't consider was how big them wheels are. You got to take that into consideration. 15, let's go. ARJR said 15. Let's go. Marroca, Chile Verde bear also eats the Chile Verde. Also is the bear. He steals the Chile Verde out of people's tents. Heck yeah. Thank you so much. Marloca. Uh-oh. Oh, no. 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 Marroca! Marroca! I could only assume that little fox that's squeezing his heart is trying to give me, he's trying to give me a hint. He's trying to let me know that he wants me to squeeze on this little heart right here. He's trying to let me know, squeeze that heart.
We are family. 'Cause I got all my homies with me.
Oh, you funny guy. You funny guy. You have a good singing voice. Yes, you do. Thank you, Marloca. ARJR, kiss from a rose on the stream. La 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 la. What? The energy drinks lower your testosterone? What about the secret juice? I was thinking about getting some secret juice. Cody Chapman! I'm a Chapman! Cody Chapman has just blessed Neo Free 0101. Neo Free now has unprecedented access to all of the shenanigans behind the membership tab. Stuff that the normies have no access to. You're a new man, Neo Free. Thank you, Cody Chapman. Shoot, man. Yeah, man, I was just having a conversation, fear and smoking. I was just having a conversation with someone about that very recently. First of all, I mean, I know a couple people will tune out here, but you're talking about something like the power of prayer. And dude, I know some people disagree with this, which is very interesting to me. But I go to God with my own struggles and petitions and worries and cares, but something else that's very powerful, and that, again, if you're someone that is pursuing these things and cares about these things, there's so much power in praying for others and in others praying for you. And dude, I've never seen prayers fulfilled and answered and come to pass like when people are praying for other people. There's just something real powerful there. And I was talking with someone about the other day was I didn't realize until very recently how much I used to badly take certain things for granted. Badly. No matter what I had, I always wanted more. And if I wouldn't have gone through what I've gone through now in the last couple years, that would have never changed, ever. I could be a dude with, I don't even like Lamborghinis. I think they're ugly. But I could have like 5 Lamborghinis and a couple mansions and this and that, and I would still want more. And I'm not saying that I was one of these slimy people that was just like so in love with money and acted a certain way and treated people. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying something in my heart was just like, oh, well, I have this. I know what it's like to have this. I bet it'd be nice to have that. And then you just gear everything you do to think about that and work for that and dwell on that and waste your time on that. Now you're living for money. Now you're living for mammon. And I told that person, as hard as it's been, I think this is a blessing in disguise. I think I had to go through this so that anything and everything I ever have from this point on, I will never take it for granted and be so content because I've been through this and I know what it's like to not have it. And I don't know, man. I guess that's just my way of saying, as twisted as it may seem to some people, there's ways to put the right perspective on it and look at the hard times as a blessing, because they'll strengthen you and give you the foundation to be the person you need to be when you end up finding yourself in a time of blessing. That way, when you find yourself in a time of blessing and abundance, you're not a scumbag that's squandering it and being a bad steward, So just look at these as times when you're tearing those muscles up, you know? And you grow back stronger. What's up, Renee Diggler? Marroca. Primo, puro amor para ti. Sigamos adelante. Pero no sabes tus palabras. No entiendes sus palabras. Puro amor para ti. Sigamos adelante. Okay. I like that. To infinity and beyond, Marroca. To infinity and beyond. Shoot. Diego Arias. Put your streams on the Patreon. That's how you make your bread. Bartenders get tipped a few bucks for opening a beer. Fans get tipped for a few hours. Oh, dude. I guess I will charge them. I don't. Look, I appreciate that, Diego. I really do. But I already said it. Now I've gone too far. Now I do have things that I do. I mean, I don't know who cares about it that much. We have the weekly movie night on there right now, which is the big differentiator from the membership. And all the things I posted in the past, I kind of double share on the membership on there. I like the way you think though, Diego. There's definitely things, and I have to. See, there's ways that I want to be a good dude for the great people. But I also need to make sure to show lots of love and appreciation to people that, I mean, coming out of pocket is next level, man. It's hard. It's hard out there, you know? So, I got to do what I can to show respect to both types of people. So I'll be throwing stuff on there, Diego, for sure. Come on! How toasted y'all like sandwich bread? You toast your sandwich bread? Like for a sandwich? That's never even occurred to me, bro. Even like when I eat like a hamburger or like a hot dog, people ask me like if we're at like someone's grilling or something or like a barbecue. How much do you like your buns toasted or whatever? And I'm like, not at all. It hurts. But I always just like them fresh out the bag. I never like any of that stuff toasted. So I never even thought of it with a sandwich. I didn't think people did that. Interesting. What do you guys think? Do you toast your sandwich bread? I didn't even think that was a thing. Are you talking about literally for like a turkey sandwich? You toast your bread? I don't know nothing about that life, dude. Well, we got the power. We got the powers that be in the house. I didn't see them. Heck yeah. You gotta treat yourself, Jessica. You gotta treat yourself. Marloca, Jessica and Angel. Jessica and Angel. I don't know if the popcorn is because they go into the movies, but I like it anyway. I hope pretty soon they get to have a beautiful celebration at Red Robin. Air. My favorite Bobby Heenan put down was calling people ham and eggers. Ham and egg. Wait, I gotta say that slow. I almost said that. Ham and eggers. Ham and eggers. What does that even mean? I feel like Bobby Heenan was probably trying to say it a little bit too fast, if you know what I mean. I don't think it had anything to do with breakfast. Oh, dang. Someone's being generous in here. Hold up. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, Disco Golf Hutch just threw 10 big ones down in the PayPal. He says, I probably got a dip early, but here's the tip for the Met goal, because I believe in the dojo. You guys remember recently when Disco Golf Hutch said, every single time the dojo meets the goal, I'm going to give a special tip in the PayPal. I'm going to go above and beyond and give a tip because the goal was met. He says, I'm going to have to leave, but I believe in the dojo that they're going to meet this goal. Dude. Amazing. Thank you, Disco. He's keeping the faith, yeah. You know he's keeping the faith. Oh, yes, he. Heck yeah, Angel. I just saw your email, dude. Oh, and if you get a new place, I just got to keep doing more housewarmings. I just got to keep moving, dude. I got to sign some month-to-month leases. That's what I got to do. Oh, man. James Bishop, Angel, and Jessica rule. They are absolute royalty around these parts. As far as the MMA truthers are confirmed, they are absolute royalty. And we got loyalty to the royalty, right, ladies and gentlemen?
Am I right, Miami?
Yeah, Jake. I sure do. Oh, shoot. It skipped on me. I'm going to have to go backwards for a little bit. Shoot. How did it do that? Disco curtain jerkers make me picture Tommy Boy. I always mix up Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Always. But that's fair, right? Isn't it the same movie? Curtain jerkers. I need to watch that again. GM, did you see that MMA Guru was basically saying he's too successful on YouTube and has grown depressed? Wants a real physical working job? I was surprised and wondered if you had a take on that. I did not see that. Wow. Wants a real physical working job. You know what? Tell him to go sell cars for a couple years. He'll change his mind. He'll say, hey, you guys still here? Like I did. You guys still here? You know, I didn't hear that. You know what? You know what I was thinking about the other day? Look, I know some of you guys might not like hearing this. Cause like, if I if I was watching something regularly and, I enjoyed watching it, and then I find out that the people are acting like they didn't even like it or they didn't want to do it, I would be bummed out. I'd be like, oh, you don't even believe in what you're doing. You don't even like it. But recently I was having a conversation with someone and I was telling them that I've been trying to figure out how to make this work and how to make it sustainable. And I've actually been going back and forth with potential sponsors. And I know I bring it up all the time. I always bring it up. I need to watch more movies so I could get more fresh references, I know. But it's like that movie Waiting, where the guy was going to get promoted and then he realized, what am I doing? I didn't think I was going to stay here forever. This was supposed to be temporary. And then and then he quits. I've been going back and forth with potential sponsors, and I was thinking, well, what does that mean? What if I land them, I get them, I secure them? Okay, now I have sponsors, and now I'm in these agreements where I'm gonna have to keep, talking about Ian Gary's wife's husband, and I'm gonna have to keep talking about whether Connor broke his leg or not. And look, and I mean this, when I'm sitting here and it's go time, and it's like, okay, I'm doing this, and there's a topic I'm talking about, I'm all in. And I something turns on and I have fun with it and I go into a flow state and I'm having fun. I want you to know that's authentic. When my brain goes to that place, it's like, okay, this is fun. I found that rhythm. But when I started doing this channel 10 years ago, again, you've heard this to death as well. It was supposed to be a stepping stone until I started making my martial arts comedy movies. And I was talking with someone the other day and I was like, what if I get these sponsors? And all it does is continue to perpetuate the cycle of me doing this day after day after day after day after day. And I'm talking about what other great people are doing. When am I going to get to do my thing? And, the MMA guru could upload a video every day. He could upload a couple videos every day if he wants, and they'll get 100, 200, 300,000 views, and he'll make like $30,000+ a month. At least. I mean, you have to count memberships and super chats and stuff on top of that. But if you don't like what you're doing and it's not fulfilling, and you're doing it in a way because that's what people like, that's what people click on, the drama, and I don't want to say rage bait because I don't want to try to put a negative connotation on it or anything like that. But when you're making certain types of content and building certain types of relationships, and I don't know, making enemies and doing it a certain way, it creates a certain ecosystem. And it gets like I've told you guys before, it's like, I find myself making videos where I'm talking about Ian Gary. Am I building him up? Am I saying something positive? No, I guess I'm making fun of him. I'm doing the same thing with Sean Strickland. I'm doing the same thing if I talk about Dudu Plessis, even Usman. And it's like, I don't want to be like a negative. I don't want to be like a distributor of negativity. If I find a way to do it where like I'm punching up and it's lighthearted enough and, whatever, okay. I find ways to justify it. But at a certain point, let's say he's more successful or he's getting more success. Here's the thing. He's got to the point where he's more successful than a lot of the fighters he's talking about. So now he's punching down. And if that were me, I'd feel terrible. I'd feel disgusting. I'd be depressed. I don't want to punch down at a guy that's making 10 and 10. I don't want to be making jokes and roasting a guy that's having a hard time and has to live in the gym, can't even pay his corner. So that's a hard place to be in. And I know what it feels like to and you know what's crazy? I know what it feels like to be in a cycle of doing something that wasn't what you really wanted to do, and kind of being stuck in that. Like look, if I lived like in some kind of communist place or whatever, I don't know, maybe that's not even the best interpretation, because then that demands other things of you. But what I'm saying is, if I had no overhead, I don't even know if that's the right word. If I had no bills, if I was living in the Sims game and I was just like a cartoon and I had no bills, all I would do with my day, well, that's aside from the other things I need to do as a Christian, as a husband, as a father. As far as like what I would do with what I'd replace my work time with, I'd wake up and I'd shoot a movie. I would wake up giddy. I'd wake up and say, let's go to the set. Let's do this, flaco, let's go. Let's throw some kicks at each other. Let's do some stuff. Let's tell some jokes. I would wake up and make movies. But I have to keep the wheel going. I got to pay this and I got to pay, just like we all do. We all have to do that. So you get trapped in this thing. But here's the funny thing. I'm waking up and doing that, and I'm not even successful though. So it's like, because I've said it before, I'd probably feel different about what I'm doing if I was successful. Probably a lot easier to wake up and do what you're doing if you're able to stay above water. I bet that feels different. But I mean, maybe he's an example of, I guess not. But maybe it matters what you're doing. There might be people that would be thriving and happy doing what he's doing. Maybe that's not what he wanted to do. I don't know. I don't know what his end goal was. I don't know if he wanted to be an Ariel. But maybe now too many bridges have been burned because of the way that the community was built. And now that's not even a possibility. Maybe he wanted to be a Dana. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe he's a genius and he's fooling everybody. And he's like, I actually love doing this. I'm taking him on a roller coaster. Who knows? I don't know. But that's an interesting, I just realized that it's an interesting thing to say. If he is doing how I believe we perceive that he's doing, why the heck would he need a job? Why would you need a physical working job? So I don't know, maybe our perception is off. Maybe something's going on in the back end. Maybe demonetization is hitting him. Maybe YouTube's coming after him. I don't know. Maybe people are trying to sue him. I don't know. People get mad. People get really mad. That's another thing making this kind of content in the MMA bubble. Fighters are very emotional people. They want to come after you. They want to sue you, especially if you look successful, especially if you look like you have something to take. I'll just say this, and I'll preface it with, I know that I chose to do this. I chose to be here and be in front of a camera and do what I do every day. That is on me, okay? No one's forcing me to do this. But there's a part of me that feels like, and it doesn't even matter that I'm not successful and the MMA guru is. That doesn't matter. In this sense, we're the same. Me, the MMA guru, Mr. Beast, Joe Rogan, some dude with 4 subscribers that you've never heard of. We're all the same. The moment we're here and there's people watching, I kind of think we're doing something that people were never meant to do. I think we got a little bit ahead of things with technology and the way that we navigate our lives. I kind of feel like we positioned ourselves in the places that I don't think people were ever really meant to be. Because I've had jobs where I go to work and I have one boss. I have one boss that audits what I do, that has an opinion of my work, that tells me what they think of me. One person. Of course, there's places that have a couple managers, whatever, but I've had jobs where there was one, just one. And they could be a jerk, they could be nice, they could actually be one of your friends that hired you, but just one. What people like us do now, when we sit down in front of the camera and go to work, we have, You know, and here there's only 65 people here right now, but compare 1 to 65. And when it's a VOD, like I was talking about my Joe Rogan video earlier that I made, that video has 2.3 million views. You go from being a normal, well-adjusted person in a standard, typical situation that has a boss, and you go to having 2.3 million bosses critiquing you, criticizing you, auditing you, saying what you should have done better. Why did you say that? I don't agree with this. You're an idiot. You're ugly. You should delete your channel. I don't believe that. Why did you never make a video again? This is funny. I like it. You're my favorite YouTuber. I want to kill you. And I don't know how to articulate. I don't know what it is. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. That's got to do something to your brain. The way that you're exposed to innumerable amounts of people from video to video to video to video. Because let's say you get 10,000 views per video. It's not the same 10,000 people on every video. This is outrageous numbers and a new faces on every video. And you're constantly experiencing that rush of feedback, good or bad. Because even too much good feedback's not good for you. And that's got to do something to the psyche. And I've had those jobs with one boss where you go and you do your work, and I don't want to say it's easier, because I don't want to disrespect mature, hardworking people. But I've had a lot of jobs. I've done jobs. I don't want people to get the idea I started doing this when I was 12 and I've never had a job. I've had jobs. And at least the thing about those is there's some kind of template. There's some kind of structure. For the most part, you know what day you're working. You know when you're going home. For the most part, you know when you're going to take your lunch, your break. You know when you're going to be able to get vacation. You know when you're going to be able to get time off, paid. You know when you're getting your check stub. You know how much is going to be on there. You know when you're supposed to get a raise. And psychopathic people like us say, I want to throw all of that away and start every single day from zero and hope I find an elk today to feed myself. It's like we go back in time and we're like technological cavemen. I don't know why crazy people like us do this to ourselves. But then what happens is we say, I want to go out and get a normal job. Well, then you go out and get a job and say, oh man, I miss my chair and my computer. I feel like there's certain types of people that are wired in certain ways. I was talking with Marilena about this the other day, and I told her, I get so depressed if I'm not creating something. I want to make something. I want to make art. I want to make something that I feel is actually creative, not just word vomit. I want to make something. And I just feel so worthless when I'm not doing that. And I wish I could just take that part out of my beanie. I wish I could just do myself like Jack Nicholson and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Just come home and watch Jeopardy. So maybe he should get a job. Ooh. I'm going to leave that alone. Mona Kenny.
We are family.
Ah.
Cause I got all my homies with
Ay,
me.
ay, ay. I talked about that the other day for 45 minutes. And Mona Kenny has been a member for 15 months. So ample time and opportunity for you to jump ship, and you did not. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Mona Kenny. James Bishop. Holes Fest. Imagine explaining that to the wife, the wife. Bro, Grandmaster, ain't no way you never toasted your sandwich bread. I've never heard of that in my life. I've never even heard of that. Again, I ask a question a lot and then I just get distracted and I never look for the answer. Are you guys talking about just like a normal like turkey sandwich? Like turkey, lettuce, mayonnaise, like you toast bread for that? I didn't even know that was a thing. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, and I know it sounds kind of kindergarten. I get it. I love grilled cheese sandwiches. Now, I do make the best ones in the world. I do. My children have told me this, and Marilena hates it. I make them amazingly. So I guess you could consider that toasted, because I guess is it considered? I'm not a chef. I don't know the terminology. Can you toast them technically on the pan? Because what I do is I put the butter and then I flip like all the sides of the bread and get the bread nice and buttery, and then it gets like crispy. I guess that's I hear toasted, I think toaster. But I guess you could do that on the pan, right? That's the only time I've done that. But just on a sandwich? I didn't know that was a thing. Mona Kenny! It's been a while, Dojo. It's been a while. Much love, Mona Kenny. It is always such a treat to see you here. Thank you. Thank you for dropping in. Oh, man. I'm so lost back here. ARJR. Oh, no. 307. It's 3:31 my time. Told the wife about your take on loud yawners. Now, every time we yawn out loud, she's like, GM wouldn't approve. Oh, no. Oh, no. ARJR's over there yawning out loud in his no shoes household. I'm just alienating this dude left and right. I apologize. He's eating dinner with his chopsticks. I apologize, dude. I apologize. You know what I think was my proudest moment out of all the videos that I ever made and all the things I've ever done? When I went on that whole tirade the other day, and then afterward I went, I thought that was funny. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys remember that. I feel like it wasn't appreciated, to be honest with you. um he served up some little piggies. He sent them piggies all the way home. Disco go Fudge! Over halfway, Dojo. Over halfway. Oh, dang. How far back am I? Max Bluestein! Max Bluestein! Thank you, man. Thank you. Ever loyal. Ever loyal. Dang it, man. Oh my gosh! Every time I get closer to the bottom, it just glitches on me and it skips. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is insane. I keep thinking I'm like at the bottom and it just keeps going further back. Oh my gosh. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. ARJR. Hutch has faith. Let's get it. That's how long ago that was? I'm going to speed run this and then I'm going to catch up. And then please, everybody, if I miss something, say it again. Marloca, red light. That reminds me of that song by Bob Dylan's son, Jacob Dylan. Oh, no, that's One Light, isn't it? Stoplight? One Light. Cinderella. In the middle. With what? Oh, one headlight. Okay, I was way up. With one headlight. I was a little bit off. I knew it had something to do with the light. Jeez. Max Bluestein. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you, Max Bluestein. Thank you for being such a soldier, bro. Angel Padilla said wait a minute, green light. Wait a minute, dude. That's not safe. That's not safe. With one green light. Angel, are you still out there? Are you safe? Disco Golf Hutch, it was all yellow. It was all yellow. I like this. We've hit all three colors. We have hit all three colors, and I love the way that Disco Golf Hutch made it poetic. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Mike Lang. Mike Lang. Thank you so much, man. Every time I see your profile, I'm like, dang it. He's going to sock me in the arm. Beautiful to see you, Mike Lang. James Bishop! 34. James Bishop coming in with that Shaquille O'Neal. This could be a stepping stone. This could still be a stepping stone. The movie Obsession was made by YouTubers. That is crazy successful. They started short skits and short movies for free on YouTube. Highly recommend watching. I've actually been thinking about it. Typically, that's the kind of movie that I would see and be like, oh, another horror movie. Like, that's like the genre. If you're trying to break in or you're trying to make something easy, just make a horror movie. I'm not trying to downplay. Obviously, it's doing its thing. I don't want to sound like a hater. But I've typically always thought of, just like even like where I live, like, everyone that wants to be a filmmaker anywhere locally with it's always a horror movie. Always. It just gets a little exhausting. But I have been inspired by that. Fear and Smoking. I have to be honest. It has inspired me. I've heard about that and I was like, dang. Like you see these dudes doing it with it. Are you kidding me? Hold up. I might have to evacuate for a moment. I'm gonna have to step out real quick and I'll come right back. But Fear and Smoking, you're right. I do want to watch it. I do intend to watch it. And I've actually watched some clips and some of their old videos to get a little bit of inspiration. I'm not even gonna lie. All right, hold up. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. I apologize. That was lengthy. Oh shoot. I didn't even feel my phone vibrate. Oh, dang it. Oh, dang it. Oh, shoot. Somebody just dropped 50 big ones in the PayPal. 5-0.
Like the ocean. It burns so hard.
5-0.
I might hit the 3-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Listen. Look, I don't want to disrespect you. I don't know who this is. Wait, I think I do know who this is. Wait a minute. I do know who this is. This is the homie, right? I think I asked you last time and you're like, yeah, don't say my real name. This is who I am. And then that's you, right? Hold up. Let me speed run to the bottom. I want to make sure. Dude, thank you. That's big, dude.
My flow goes deep like the
50
ocean.
big ones in the PayPal.
Burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion.
Dude's trying to help me get my credit score
Sipping
right.
on this green tea potion.
James Bishop threw down that Shaquille O'Neal ARJR with that 35. Marloca with that 36. What I could only assume is 36. Tombow with the hearts. Rojo hearts. Rojo heart. Rojo heart. Typical color heart. Thank you, Tombow. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Are you working right now, Tombow? Thank you for joining us when you can. I know sometimes you pocket watch. Thank you for doing that. Disco Golf Hutch! Can't wait for the 1-year anniversary. Disco Golf Hutch has been a member for 11 months. And I'm talking $9.99 squad. This dude's going above and beyond. Doesn't even have to do it. Doesn't even have to do it. He already understands how the tiers work. Thank you, Disco Golf Hutch. I can't wait either. It has just flown by. It has just flown by. Dude, 11 months. You literally like signed up like right when I moved, huh? Like right when I was going through it, huh? Thank you, man. Your sponsor should represent what you stand for. So can't wait to see you doing Blue Chew, DraftKings, and Twisted Tea. You know what? I had a little bit of a mental crisis, a little bit of I had to do some soul searching with a sponsor. And here's the thing. I kind of mentioned this to you guys a few days ago. I think I did. I've been to someone's birthday party to go play bingo at a casino. I'll sit there and play bingo. I remember one time when I was selling cars, I had to deliver a car to a Native American reservation. Dude, I told you guys that story, right? I told you guys this. I told you guys the story where I had to deliver a car to a Native American reservation, and there was a dude that was being chased by the cops on the reservation. He had a gun and he shot someone. He killed somebody, but the cops couldn't even get in because they were on a reservation. I told you guys about that, right? I know I did. I went to a casino right across the street after that. And I was sitting there playing the slot machines for like 3 hours. I play loteria. I play loteria for cash. You know, so it's like sometimes when it came to like gambling sponsorships, it was like, well, am I a hypocrite if I'm like, I don't do gambling sponsorships? Because I'll sit there and pull the slot machine. I'll put some quarters in. I'll take the free Pepsi all day. But I was going back and forth, and I decided I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. So I could definitely rule that one out, El Tronado. What's up, Maverick Top Gun? What's up, man? Maverick Top Gun, I'm closer than ever to watching Top Gun. I just saw an article about it the other day, and it really made me want to watch it. Leon Enriquez! Sub GM, do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens? You know other creations by God on other planets? If so, do you think their planets are also flat? You know, that's a tough one because there's a lot of different ways to go with this, and I'm going to give you the concise version. I have said before, let's say the earth is not a sphere. Let's say it's not globular. I don't because I've heard people say, "Oh, well, what about the other ones that we could see that are round?" To me, it's like the earth not being spherical. That doesn't bother me. If there are other things out there that are spherical, okay, that doesn't bother me. You know, I could see round spherical ping pongs, and then there's a flat ping pong table. You know, I don't care. And then there's a cylindrical mug. You know, everything's different. So there's that, but then there's also, you know, we see these stitched together, photoshopped images of Earth that we get from NASA all the time, right? That they even admit. Don't call me a conspiracy theorist, because they admit it. They're renderings, they're stitches. So then I think about the other things that we see out there. And I think, you know, we can only see so far. A lot of what we see from the solar system, whatever, universe, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, space, is also fed to us by the people with the good cameras, you know, and the good telescopes. So who knows if that's doctored? I don't know. I don't spend enough time looking in that to really care. But what you're really getting into, aliens. With everything that I have at my, with all the resources that are available to me as a human being, and when I look at all the overall the materials of faith, and in regard to faith that are accessible to me, I can't believe in aliens as far as what, I don't know, the government, however you want to word it, what the man, what the narrative, what the mainstream says they are. Like when you watch Independence Day and all that kind of stuff, and you know, The Simpsons and the way that they portray it, like, do I believe in that? No. I don't believe that aliens are what the government and whoever else try to make us think the aliens are. I do not. What I tend to believe is that, and I don't even mean to say it as in it's, you know, something silly. Why, I happen to believe in it. Like, what the evidence appears to show me, and this is stuff I've said a lot. This is nothing new. This ain't some like X-Files modern kind of, this is stuff that if you go back and you look in like caves and hieroglyphics and paintings and carvings, they were showing these things flying around to the biblical times. These kinds of things were described in the Bible. And what I believe the evidence and the materials and the literature tells us is that these things are angels, fallen angels, demons. I think it's amusing how people will go on and on and on and on about panspermia, about aliens in the true alien sense, and all this crazy hippy dippy stuff, but they'll laugh at angels and demons. It just shows you how society has been conditioned. They will absolutely entertain some of the wildest things that's put forth by the mainstream and, you know, certain documentaries and movies and narratives and whatever. They'll buy it. They'll take out a loan to buy it. They'll put it on credit. But they'll laugh at angels and demons. Prince of the power of the air. Perfect. Intelligent beings. You know what they put it right under your beanies. They rub it right in front of your faces. You know how they always call them intelligent beings? That's what you've heard forever about aliens. You know that's how what is translated from demons, like the original. I don't even remember what language it was, but it literally meant like intelligent. What is it? Intelligent beings, intelligent ones, something like that. People in here, I'm sure there's some people in here that know that, and that's what they've been calling aliens this whole time, right under our beanies. They're basically taunting us. That's what they are. That's what they represent. But I don't want to put out there that it's necessarily a bad thing. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know something more than I do. As far as I'm aware, I think those things at play in the cosmos or whatever you want to say, I think it could be a mixture, a combination of angels and demons. I don't want to just say demons, because since the beginning of time, there have been angels flying about. Why would that stop now just because we have iPhones? You know what is fascinating? People tend to think it has stopped or doesn't exist anymore. Or that's not a thing like it was since the beginning of time, that these things, frequent the air. But it's probably because we're always inside looking, maybe I'm a perpetuator of this. We're always inside looking at screens. Who's ever outside? Who's ever outside paying attention to that anymore? Taking that in, witnessing that, consuming that. We're scrolling. So who are we to talk about? Oh, what are you talking about? There's nothing up. There's nothing going on up there. There's nothing going to and fro. There's no activity. Bro, it's because you're on TikTok. Because you don't want to go outside and get bit by mosquitoes. The thought of even being outside, it might be too humid. It's too sweaty. Who wants to be outside? Max Bluestein! Thank you, Max Bluestein. Max Bluestein can't stop, and he won't stop. He won't listen to it. They've tried to stop him. They've tried to stop him. I'm going to speed run this. I'm going to get to... I think I know who this is, and I want to see your name. I want to see you confirm it before I shout you out and look like an idiot. El Tronado, it's not because I'm trying to avoid a 9 to 5. That would be so immature. I am in no way doing this because I'm trying to avoid a 9 to 5. That would be so childish. That kind of disgusts me that I'm not saying, I would never want anybody to think that about me. It's because I might be delusional, but I truly believe that I'm capable of doing the kind of things that I want to, the kind of things that I've been pursuing, the kind of things that I think will make people laugh and bring some good positive content into the atmosphere. Bring some things back that people don't make anymore, that people are afraid to make, that people aren't willing to make anymore. And there's a big part of me that feels like I've gone so far that I've gone too far to do otherwise. I've sacrificed so much. I mean, Marilena would more than vouch for this. There's been so much sacrificed over the decade that I feel like I have to see this through. I owe it to all of us to see this through. Tombo wants to see that teddy bear sing. Tombo wants a teddy bear to do his teddy bear thing.
We are family, 'cause I got all my homies with me.
You have a good voice. They like your voice. You gonna be famous? You gonna be famous. Yeah, don't get a big head though. I don't want it to get you a bigger beanie. Shoot. GM, doing a video with Flaco might be hard for you to do. GM, doing a video with Flacco might be hard for you to do for 250 for I was so confused right now until I remembered what you're referencing. But I'll throw down $100 in the PayPal if you could get him on the phone to say what's up to the dojo. ARJR. Let me say this. First of all, that is very, very generous of you. That is very kind of you. And it's not fair to you. It's not fair because there are things at play right now that the general public is not aware of. And they shouldn't be. That, you know, there's no way that they would be aware of it. There are certain things, and it's not, I don't mean to make it sound like something crazy, but that's kind of impossible right now, ARJ. I don't know if impossible is the right word, but as far as I'm confirmed, that's definitely not something in the realm of possibility right now. And I don't want to freak anybody out. I don't want to make anybody think that it's something other than, I don't want anyone to read into what I'm saying. It's nothing crazy. It's really not. It's just, there are some things, certain circumstances. He's in jail. Okay? No, I'm just kidding. There are certain things that make that not doable at the moment. You know what, ARJR, I'll tell you why. I'll email you. I'll tell you why. And you'll be like, oh, it's really not, but it's really not doable. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I could do it. I could do it in the future. Jay Smith has been a member for 26 months, and he's flexing on a lot of people in here. We have surpassed 2 months. 2 months. Thank you, man. Jay Smith, I will never be able to express to you what you add to this community. I'll never be able to tell you because I don't want to hurt your feelings, mostly. I love having you here, dude. Joel, ain't no word vomit. The takes are pure gold. Only MMA community will truly appreciate it, GM.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, dude. Thank you for your kind words. I feel like that sometimes, man. So it's nice. Like, I don't want to be like Sean Strickland and just try to get everyone to like validate me all the time. You know, I don't want to be like that. But honestly, Joel, sometimes like my own inner struggle battles myself so much that it's nice to have someone positive like you come in and balance that out, dude. Dude, I'm gonna have to eat a toasted sandwich after this to find out what you guys are talking about. What? Toasted sandwiches are definitely a thing. John Morgan told me about it. What? John Morgan? You're talking about the analyst, dude? What? All of a sudden, legendary, no? I had Quiznos one time. Yeah, I guess I did. I guess I'm a big liar because they toast them, right? I had Quiznos one time, I think when I was like in 5th grade. And I think I remember it was one of the most, like, I don't even know. You know how they have like the everlasting gobstoppers on Willy Wonka? And it was like supposedly like the most flavorful thing ever. Like, just like, it just makes the taste buds go insane. Like, I remember that's how I felt as a kid when I had Quiznos. It was so good. And then I just never had it again. And now I think they went out of business, right? They were serving like body parts or something. Tombo! Dang, Jam, I felt what you were saying. I'm assuming you're not talking about the sandwiches. I'm not exactly sure what I was talking about, the only thing that I could think is, shoot, was it when we were talking about like work and stuff like that? But I hope you felt it in a good way, like in a good, familiar, relatable, homies expressing themselves to each other kind of way, and not like, I don't want to bring you down and bum you out, you know? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going to have to go back. The chat skipped to the point where it's not even showing me all the super chats anymore. Ay, ay, ay. Hold up. Okay, Angel Padilla said, no, GM. I'm the grilled cheese master. I challenge you. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, I didn't know it was like that. This guy. Oh, okay. That one freaks me out because this dude's a biologist. This dude's going to get scientific with this recipe. Shoot, man. He's going to take it to the next level. He's actually going to be using like measuring cups and stuff like that. Shoot, man. Oh, no. He was trying to expose me. And then ARJR said 3:33. And it's 4:03 right now. I'm exactly 30 minutes behind. Marloca throws down two big ones. Thank you, Marloca. And then ARJR. Now I'm on track. ARJR says 3:36. And I'm still at 4:04. Okay. I'm going to speed run this. I'm going to be a soldier. ARJR says 47. Oh, wait a minute. 47. Marroca threw down right after that. Oh, wait. 47, 48. And the ARGR says 49. Chillster Deluxe coming in with 5-0. We hit the goal.
My flow goes deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the lotion. I might hit the 3-wheel motion, cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
This isn't a career. This is an opportunity.
Am I right, Miami?
Whose hot dog is this?
Some of you guys know. We don't need to talk about it like that. You know what we all do. I'm not trying to, we all have these. I'm just relating with you here. I had a very difficult evening last night. And maybe a worse morning. I'm not sure. Depends on how you look at it. I was definitely heavily contemplating that I wasn't going to stream today. I was going to go and just work out for like a few hours in the garage. I was just going to pump the pain away. Pumped a lot of pain down in New York. I was just going to go in there, sweat, burn some calories, try to get the dopamine going. And I don't know. I just thought I wasn't as active as I wanted to be yesterday. Didn't feel like I accomplished everything I was supposed to. Don't want to have the same thing again today because I know that's going to make me feel even worse. I want to be an active champion. I want to be here. I want to keep things moving forward. I don't want to let, what I'm feeling throw anything even more off the rails. And yeah, I didn't even think I was going to stream today. And you guys, thank you. And I always tell you guys, I'm not like Aiden Ross or something like that. I don't stream just so that like I could buy a new car every day. I'm a blue collar streamer. I struggle just like you guys. People live paycheck to paycheck. I live stream to stream. So thank you guys for being a blessing to me. I don't forget where I come from. I don't forget that I'm able to continue doing this because of you guys and your generosity. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you very much. AR JR after the goal. Post goal. Post goal loan. Tom Bout. We're doing this after the goal? After the goal? Oh, no. Did you guys see that picture of Ian Gary that was circulating where he was having dinner with Conor McGregor and the wife was sitting with Conor on Conor's side? Oh, man. Yeah. Supposedly we could see 92 million miles away. Someone get me that telescope. Someone buy me that kind of telescope. That's another thing, you know, aliens being in the ocean, you know, underground, and it's tricky because there's a lot of history from, you know, that spans back as well about you know, and I don't want to start conflating that with, like, I'm just saying it's interesting when you start going in that realm, but I don't want to necessarily conflate it with, like, fallen angels or like the those angels that left their positions and did things they weren't supposed to do, being cast out, like, under the earth. Or then, like, we hear Revelation, the beast out of the sea, and then, you know, all this alien talk lately, like they're gonna come out of the sea like Blue Beam Project style. Is that gonna be the beast out of the sea, out of the ocean? And then people are going to look at them like the Messiah, start worshiping the aliens or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's all metaphorical. Maybe they're the beast out of it. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways you could look at it. People have been debating that for centuries as well. James. Cochino! Cochino! Good, Maverick. Don't ever let that leave you, bro. Don't ever let that leave you. It's my homie. It's my homie. I see you now and I know it was you. Can I show you love? Can I shout you out? I see you and I know who you are now, and I knew it was you. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to be absolutely sure. If you tell me again, it's all... I don't know, man. Maybe I should just trust your silence then, because I don't want to put you on the spot if you don't want to be. ARJR, I wasn't talking about right now. I meant in the future. It's easier than a video, and it could be short like in the videos. It's not that type of... Okay. Wait. Okay. Okay, that's much more doable, ARJR. That makes a lot of sense. I appreciate that. I'm glad to understand it that way then. I want to say thank you. I want to say a big, gigantic thank you to the homie Aziz and Aziz. Listen. There's, oh my gosh.
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
The generosity is not slowing down. I have a handful of people. Okay, look, if you donated in the PayPal and I didn't shout you out, or in the Cash App, never fear. I'm a little behind. I want to say thank you to the homie, James Bishop.
flow goes deep like the
James
ocean.
Bishop just threw 10 big ones in the Cash App.
I might hit the 3-wheel motion.
And he just says it's for the dojo, that red, white, and blue. Because James Bishop's proud to be an American. 10 big ones in the Cash App. Thank you, Jamothy Bishop. Thank you. Thank you, James. Thank you, dude. That's the Cash App king right there. Thank you, bro. Splish splash, he was sloshing around. Thank you, James. And then ARJR dropped 50 big ones in the PayPal. And he says, cuz, why not? Cuz why not? 50 big ones, cuz why not?
Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
I'm over here criticizing the way this man yawns within the privacy and confines of his own home, of his own living space, and he's still saying, cuz why not? Take it for some therapy. Deal with your inner. Stop focusing on how people yawn. Thank you, ARJR. Marloca just threw 40 big ones down. 40! Marloca just threw 40 big ones down and says, Primo, I'm driving. Oh, you gotta be careful. Marloca, you gotta be careful. She says, Primo, I'm driving, but wanted to send you for movie snacks for later. 40 big ones. 40 big ones. Thank you so much. I hope you're careful. I hope you are still with us. Thank you so much. The official prima of the Mexican martial arts has spoken. Thank you so much. And that was the person that shall have been remain nameless a little while ago that now has a name. 50 big ones from Aziz.
Deep like the ocean. It burns so hard, grab the
Thank you,
lotion.
man.
I might hit the 3-wheel motion. Cause I'm sipping on this green tea potion.
Thank you. And ARJR sent me the link to one headlight. With one head, with one red light. Darren Miguel. How much does a fighter's activity play into them being a legend? Guys who fight once a year? Shoot, man. Darren Miguel, I feel like you just did this so that you could disrespect. You know what? I don't even want to say that now. I was going to say so that you could disrespect my GOAT. But now I just made him look bad. And what if you weren't even thinking about him? And now I'm projecting. Do I actually hate my GOAT? Is it possible? Dang it. You know what? There's no way. There's no way, Darren Miguel. I hate it, but I just don't think there's any way that it doesn't play into it. I mean, just compare a guy that was so inactive versus a dude that was like fighting 3 times a year. That's insane. That's crazy. You just look at one of those dudes like a monster. But who do you think is the best at that? Who has the best reputation for that kind of activity? Who would you think? What the heck? Oh, that's not giving me a good I was looking it up in the AI, seeing who it would tell me is known in the UFC and in MMA for being so ridiculously active, but also winning, being like a dominant guy that's winning. And it brought up Kevin Holland, and I was like, what? And it said, the modern UFC fighter best known for this specific combination of extreme activity and frequent winning is Kevin Holland. Several other legendary fighters famous for their high career volumes, Jim Miller, Donald Cerrone. But see what happens with these guys? The volume ends up putting them in a bad place, legacy-wise. And you know what? I guess I forgot about this. It's talking about a historical run. Kevin Holland became a household name during the pandemic era when he tied the modern UFC record by going 5-0 in a single calendar year in 2020. 5-0. Wow, I guess Kevin Holland's the GOAT. I guess we just found that out right now. 5-0 in a single calendar year? I did not remember that. Wow. But apparently Neil Magny has him tied. Magny quietly, it's funny how they worded that. Magny quietly holds the record alongside Holland for the most modern era wins in a calendar year. 5 wins in 2014. Chamoyev burst onto the scene, broke modern records by winning 2 fights in 10 days, and then dominantly won a 3rd fight 41 days later. Well, and then he stopped fighting. Pereira frequently saves UFC pay-per-view cards on short notice, fought 4 times in an 11-month span, winning all of them by knockout. Well, and then he fought Serial Game. I think it plays a lot, Darren. So Kevin Holland is the GOAT. Kevin Holland is the GOAT. When I set up my music career, I will add support to GM as long as he doesn't sell out. Bro, it will be, you know what would be funny, dude? Me being like uber successful and just stacking paper and no one will ever notice. You know how people say there'll be signs? There'll be no signs. You know what I would like enjoy doing? Being successful and like people come look at my channel and they would never know it. It wouldn't look like it. I wouldn't act like it. I'm like, oh shoot. I'd have the same chair. Yeah, I'm not a sellout, dude. I wouldn't be surprised they are, JR. I wouldn't be surprised, dude. Yeah. She's trying to find a way to monetize it. Rob's neighbor! What's up, man? Shoo, $400. Oh my gosh, dude. You've been blessed. You've been blessed. I did see that Neo Free. Connor found Noah. He goes, Noah! He said it weird, like, what? Like, he thought, it seemed like he thought he was messing with him at first. Like, he didn't know if he should get mad or what. Wait a minute, Anthony Smith got arrested? Oh, no, he really did? What if it wasn't him and it was the guy that just fought Ankalaev? Oh, no. No. For domestic violence? No, dude. And terroristic threats? Dude. He saw Justin Poirier and he said, hold my Bud Light. Anthony Smith saw Poirier making waves, coming on Diary of a CEO, having his uplifting turnaround story, getting back on deep waters, and he said, hold my Bud Light. No. Anthony Smith, ex-UFC star, arrested, hit with 3 felonies. Oh, my gosh. And he's going to be calling Dana. He's going to be like, you guys going to let me back? You guys going to let me back at the booth? You guys let Poirier come back? No. I didn't even say the N-word. No, imagine if he called his wife the N-word. Oh, my gosh. What if Anthony Smith did? Hold up. Ex-UFC star Anthony Smith is behind bars in Nebraska after he domestically abused his wife and called her the N-word. He's done. He's done. Shoot, man. Oh, my gosh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, no. Domestic violence causing serious bodily injury. Oh, no. Oh, no. Smith has not yet seen a judge and bond hasn't been set. Oh, shoot, man. What a bummer, man. Anthony Smith faces 3 felony charges for domestic violence arrest that could carry over 20 years of prison time. Not one person, not one single person in his vicinity had the wisdom to tell him it's gonna be bad. Not one. He couldn't have taken one beat. One beat. Bad word usage. He couldn't have taken one moment, one single moment, and said inwardly, no, brother, don't do this, brother. It's gonna be bad, brother. This is gonna be bad. Don't do this. Shoot, man. Terroristic threats, false imprisonment, domestic violence. Who did he hit? Why is it talking to Smith? Retired last year. Lockout loss to Zhang Mingyang. You know what? This doesn't matter. He was competing in Jorge Masvidal's game bread, bare knuckle. This doesn't matter. Oh man, what a shame. Shoot. That's terrible, man. That's crazy, man. Hey, what the? We got No Bromo MMA. That's the dude that I was telling you guys about, that made that video showing you guys that Alex Pereira is a dirty vato and that he hates his fans and that he forgot where he came from and that he doesn't realize that everything that he owns in life is because of people like that little boy with the shoes. I would sign your guys' chanclas if you wanted me to. I'd feel embarrassed because I don't think anybody would ever want that, but I would do it. Dang it. It's good to see you here, dude. You know what made me laugh, No Bromo? And I almost commented it, but I didn't want you to take it the wrong way. Because you know how sometimes when people type stuff, you can't read like if they're being sarcastic or if they're being sincere or whatever. I thought that it was hilarious that you made that video about Pereira. I don't know. Like, I hope you understand. Like, I genuinely mean this. I thought it was like the ultimate disrespect to Alex Pereira. I thought it was hilarious that you shot that video in a Snuggie. I thought that was like the perfect touch, bro. As soon as I saw the video, I was like, is this dude wearing a Snuggie? I thought that was so funny, dude. This dude's just chilling at home, ripping into Pereira from the comfort of his Snuggie. That was like high level, dude. But yeah, if you're here, if you're a consumer of MMA content, you probably already know who MMA Bromo is. Dude probably gets more views than I do at this point. So you guys should go check him out. Guy really puts chanclas on the ground, and he probably I wouldn't be surprised if this dude has like footage somehow. Like through the window of what Anthony Smith was doing. This dude's like chanclas on the ground kind of investigative reporting. So go check him out. We got about, shoot, man. I'm really struggling right now with the hold on, I'll bring it up in a moment. Wait, what the heck? It's saying the chat was disconnected? Cheese Lyman. Are you watching the hit show, The Moss and Jesse Show? There'll be no signs. I watched Breaking Bad like 8 times, bro. Ooh! Hey, Angel Spawn says, how do we know you aren't already successful then, huh? I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. I walk out of this little room and I'm in a big old mansion. I take my elevator. Jeez, you guys are brutal, man. I at least hope Smith got a win. Oh, you guys are brutal. He's probably at home watching that fight of that one dude with Ankalaev, and he's like, they already replaced me? They just straight up cloned me? Like my whole career is just being replaced with this dude? And then on top of that, he loses to Ankalaev? Dang, imagine when Anthony Smith was fighting whoever he was fighting in his house. He's like, you're attacking my family. Imagine Anthony Smith was hitting. He's like, I'm attacking my family. I'm attacking my family. Dude. I'm a bad person. Oh, you already said that, Lorenz. Lorenz, I'm attacking my family, Anthony Smith. Oh, yeah, he's mixed, yeah. You know what's funny? I didn't know until like a month ago that Anthony Smith was half black and half white. And I said this a long time ago. I actually wrote it down, which is weird. Like, I guess I thought a lot of it. But I said, Anthony, I said this like 2 years ago, I remember. I think I said it during a Mexican Fight Companion and it made me laugh. I was looking at Anthony Smith and I just made an observation. I said, I don't know if Anthony Smith is the whitest looking black man I've ever seen or the blackest looking white man I've ever seen. There was something about his likeness that was so confusing to me, almost like an albino black dude or something. Or like a reverse albino white guy. I don't know. It was just something, like his complexion didn't match his features or something. There's something was just always so confusing to me. And then I found out he was half black, half white. And I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. Wow. Emergency Moss and Jesse Show episode, Anthony Smith's arrest. Oh my gosh. It's funny, Conor's becoming a lot more welcoming. A lot of the other fighters are losing their stuff. Yeah, dude. Conor's getting it together. Conor's going to have to start reaching out to these dudes. Are you okay? Can I pray for you? He's going to have to start speaking some life into these dudes. Who saw it coming? Who would have thunk it? What's up, Marco Leal? 2-3 years probation and forget. Oh my gosh. No, Kane's free. Kane's out. He made some room for Smith. Kane came out and now he's always in the forest smoking that Hayabusa with Jiri. I hope that dude gets clean, man. He comes out and then he's just always... Heck yeah, Cheesy Lyman. Heck yeah. I love to hear it, dude. We're trying to make it take off. We're trying, dude. We're having fun doing it, man. Angel says, check your email. Check your email. Oh, let me see. I don't feel embarrassed saying I'm attacking my family because I said it before I saw. I said it before I saw that I stole it from Lord X. So I didn't even know I stole it. What? What the heck? Oh, shoot. Look at this. The Battle of the Grilled Cheese. GM versus Angel. Battle of the Grilled Cheeses. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot, man. Heck yeah. New merch. New merch. It is good, dude. We were both independently good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 1 minute to say our goodbyes. I told myself I was going to stream for 3 hours today because we're supposed to be doing a movie night tonight. And I'm in a little bit of a pickle right now because I need to do something right now. And that means I might start movie night a little later than I would like to. Let me figure this out. As far as I'm confirmed, I do not want to make any changes to the movie night. I want... I really want to do that today. False imprisonment is one of the charges. Sounds like you wouldn't let someone leave. Dang it. That's so unfortunate, man. Would you ever do a Grandmaster Gathering meet where we would all get together, maybe a prize ticket? Oh, I would never want to do that. That sounds terrible. That sounds like something Mr. Beast would do. Charges people to even just hang out with him. Where you get together, maybe do a certain prize ticket to get in and join with. Probably not. I do everything I can to even avoid like people in my personal life. I can't, like, let's not ruin what we have here, you know? I you know, without going too much into it, probably absolutely not. So look, Neo, I hate this, dude. I hate this. It feels weird, and I don't want you to get the wrong idea. It's not on YouTube. I hate it because I know it makes it yeah, octopus. GM with no friends. It makes it look like I'm trying to double dip and I'm trying to make people get on the Patreon and the membership. It's just YouTube, the platform will not let people... It will not let you get away with streaming a movie because, like, there's no differentiation on the back end. If the platform sees that you're streaming a movie, like, if the machine reads that, it's like, whoa, this is super copyright claim style, and it will take it down. What I wanted to do is, okay, if the people on the YouTube membership can't be there in real time, then I'll at least just download it after the fact. Like, after a movie night, I'll just download the recording and upload it to the membership. Then they'll just see it after the fact. I know it's not the same as being there in real time, but if they want to, it's there. Apparently, there's no download feature on Patreon. So what I would have to do, and I guess I could do it, I'd either just have to start from right now, or go back to every movie we've ever done. And I'd basically have to screen record every single movie. And that would be like dozens of hours at this point, which would take up my whole... I'd have to do it and then delete it and do it and delete it and do it because my computer wouldn't even be able to hold all those. But the only way I could do it is screen recording them all and then uploading them to the thing. Other than that, Patreon is like one of those off-server platforms that just lets you do whatever the heck you want. And it's, I don't know if it's the minimum tier is $1 or $1.99. I think it's 99 cents. I'm not positive. So I keep everything as low as the platform will let me. But that's why YouTube just won't allow it. It'll nuke it, bro. Oh shoot, yeah. All right, I'm gonna get some things figured out. I'm gonna get some things in order here, and then I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back for the movie night. I think we need a movie tonight, and I want to say thank you again. You guys came through big. You came through supportive. You always help turn things in the right direction. Help me get the month strong. I'm trying to be even more frugal and go into a different rental. And I need to get my credit a little better. So when you guys donate and stuff like this, it helps me pay some bills and look better on paper. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Octopus. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. You're amazing, Neo. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the time of day. Thank you for supporting. All right, I'm going to go out there. Hopefully, I'll see a lot of you guys on the Patreon in a little bit. I'll post again on the membership tab, just so you guys know. I don't even know if you get the notification. But before I go live on Patreon, I'm going to post on the YouTube membership tab. Hey, guys, I'm going to be there in like 2 minutes, like right before I'm ready to do it. And then just to give you an extra heads up, and then I'll see you there. So thank you for being here. Be safe out there. If I don't see you on the Patreon tonight, hopefully I see you at some point tomorrow. Tomorrow's crazy. I have to do a local shoot. I was supposed to do one today, but it got canceled. Got canceled last night. So maybe I'll be able to stream for a little bit tomorrow. We'll see. But thank you. Thank you for being here. Be safe out there.
Not forget Jesus, people.
Thank you for watching Mexican Martial Arts. Appreciate it. Good looking out. And let me